So my name's Jade. I work for the Get Help to Get Active service. I'm a practitioner for the Waveney area in Suffolk, and there are also other practitioners which cover different areas. So today I've joined in just to discuss with you very briefly goal setting. So in terms of setting goals for physical activity, this is a really important tool and way to increase your physical activity and the chances of you becoming more physically active. And the reason in that it helps you is because it sets you guidelines, which means it's less likely that you're going to fail to achieve being physically active. Setting goals also gives you an opportunity to prevent you from setting unrealistic expectations, so it could be personalised and suited to you as an individual and any health conditions that you may have, or lifestyle aspects or physical abilities. So setting goals is a really, really important way to help you become physically active. So in terms of setting goals, one of the most important ways to initiate this is to recognise where you are now. So where are you currently? So in terms of physical activity, what activities do you do now? So you might think, I go walking or cycling, or I don't actually do anything at all at the moment. So it's about recognising what you're currently doing. How often do you do these things? Are you doing it once a week? Is it once a month? Or is it once in a blue moon? And how long you do those for. So you might say, I do walking and I do this every day for 10 minutes, which is fantastic. You might say, I do walking, but I actually only do this once a month. So it's about setting the bar for where you are currently, because that will enable you to improve. And in terms of making improvements, I always like to say it's important to find something that you enjoy doing, because it's more likely that it will be sustainable and you'll be able to keep doing the physical activity long term, and it becomes easier to fit into your daily routine or your weekly routine. So think about, what activities would you like to do? If you think, I only do walking, but I'd really like to try cycling, or I'd like to try a sport or gardening, there's many different ways to be physically active. So it's about recognising what you enjoy, and then also think, actually, I've never tried this before. So you might say, I would like to try yoga, or I would like to try football. And that's where the Get Help to Get Active service can help you, because we can identify different activities within your local area that you can do. So even if it's something new, something that you haven't done before, we'll be able to help you identify locations which facilitate that. So that's the next step. So you've identified where you currently are, and ways that you can become more physically active. Now, you can set this into goals by looking at your diary, also by activities. And the best way to set successful goals are to look at something called SMART goals. Now, SMART goals is S-M-A-R-T, and this stands for S is specific. So the goal should be clear. It should be a specific idea and provide you with information which is going to help you achieve the goal. So for example, your specific goal may be, I'm going to walk for 30 minutes a day. I'm going to do this 5 days a week, and I will walk fast enough to be sweating and heavily breathing. If your goal wasn't specific, you might say something like, I'm going to walk more. And this then becomes difficult to achieve because there's no guidelines, and you won't know once you've hit your goal. So creating a specific goal makes it more achievable. The M in SMART stands for measurable. So it should have information, which means you can measure your progress. This can be a time. So you may record how long you walk for each time you go for a walk, or you may record the distance or the speed that you go. And having these measurements sets a benchmark to improve on each time. And it's all about progress. So the improvements don't have to be vast, they can be small. And it's about measuring those small progresses, which over time will become big progression. The A in SMART for setting SMART goals is making it achievable. So an achievable goal is something that you think you can achieve. So, for example, if you've never run before and you want to start running, it may not be an idea to set a goal to do a marathon within a week, because obviously a lot of training goes into running a marathon. So you might start by saying, I want to try run 5 minutes every day. So it's about building it up smallly and making it achievable for you. The R within SMART goals is realistic. So your goal should be flexible to fit in with your daily life. So for example, if you work full time, you may not say, I'm going to run every single day at lunchtime, because your work commitments may get in the way, or your childcare commitments. So it's about fitting it in with your schedule and making sure you commit to something that is realistic for you as an individual. This can also be based around any health conditions. So if you know you have any health conditions which have flare-ups, you've obviously got to take into account this factor when setting goals. And the T within SMART goal is time-based. So you should give your goals a time frame. For example, you may say your specific goal, you're walking 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And how long do you want it to be before you achieve that? So you might say, I want my goal to be based around 6 months. So you're giving yourself a time frame to work to your goal. And once you set that, you can then set what we like to call small goals. So you may say, in 6 months, I would like to take up running, and you might give the running an X amount of distance in X amount of time. And in that time, you can then set small goals. So you break it down into smaller sections that you can achieve each month, rather than making it overwhelming by saying you have to achieve a 6-month goal instantly. So in terms of setting the SMART goals, choose something that focuses on an activity. For example, this might be walking, swimming, cycling, and then make it personal to you. The more personal it is to you and the more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to achieve this goal. So it's all about self-reflection, taking in your daily living, your weekly routine, and setting small goals to build up to your main SMART goal. Now, if you do struggle with setting goals, or you need a bit of help recognising and identifying obstacles, we do use a website called whoop.org.uk. Now, this is a really great visualisation tool. I'm sure I can share in the comments the link. So if you did want to try this after the session, it's just a way of helping you recognise obstacles and how you can overcome those in goal setting. So the Get Help to Get Active service, we've got 3 practitioners at the moment, myself, Tyler and Cheryl. We do also have a closed Facebook group for the Get Help to Get Active members only. Within that, we do share links, useful resources, and it's also a platform and an open forum for our members to either share their successes in physical activity or their struggles, and even tips and tricks of how to overcome certain obstacles. Within the service, we offer 2 different levels of the service. So we offer group support. So at the moment, obviously, because of the pandemic, we're not doing face-to-face groups. This is something, obviously, we'll keep everyone updated as soon as we get any updates. We are doing our groups via Zoom at the moment. So these at the moment, we're admitting sort of maximum of 10 people per group, and these are behaviour change groups. So within the Get Help to Get Active service, we look at different things such as goal setting, what is physical activity, why be physically active, the government recommendations for physical activity, which, if you're not aware, for adults between 1964, that is 150 moderate minutes, or if you do vigorous exercise, it's 75 minutes. But we go over different contributing factors to your overall health and well-being as well, such as healthy eating and different barriers and influences that affect you being physically active. And then throughout the 12 weeks of the group, the first 6 weeks is the group Zoom sort of classroom-based behaviour change learning. And then in the second 6 weeks, we do go over in more depth the physical activity. So there is physical activity throughout the whole 12 weeks, but in the last 6 weeks, we're really supporting you with the physical activity so that it's sustainable and it becomes long-term. You do get the support for the full 12 months that you are signed on with OneLife Suffolk. So it isn't just the 12 weeks and then you're on your own completely. So we help you sustain that and carry that on. But if groups isn't for you, because groups aren't for everybody, we do offer one-to-one basis. This can be telephone, Zoom, email support, but we also do send resources, so we can send you workbooks and different information that is related to any health conditions that you may have, because we understand different people have different barriers, so we try and make it accessible for everybody.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to our session for the mind and body. Before we start today's session, let me just share this greatest special day with you. It's our Chinese New Year just passed. This is the 5th day of our Lunar New Year. So I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy new year, and may the year of Ox bring you lots of happiness, good fortune, good health and prosperity. And so today we have a tradition in our New Year calendar. The 5th day we welcome the wealth, God for the wealth, or Buddha, the wealth in charge of prosperity. And if you can remember the session 1, we said the most important wealth is what the great ancient Rome poet said, the greatest wealth is our health. So it's a perfect fitting to remind us, it is time that we take care of ourselves and take care of our mind, physical and mental well-being. And no money can buy our health, both physical health as well as mental health. Good. I would like to invite you to sit down for one moment, and I would like to share with you some of the important energy part before we start. Okay, so take a seat and sitting comfortably, and let me just remind everybody how we should be sitting. Last week we adopted a seated version for Baduanjin, and remind everybody to sit up with back straight and feeling the top of your crown slightly behind the top of the crown, where you can feel the ear and meeting your fingers up. We call the 100 gathering. Feel there's a golden thread and pulling you up. So the energy is you are following the energy and lifting yourself up. The chin is slightly tucked down. Even when you are sitting, try to remind yourselves to align the spine. The spine is a very important channel for our energy. Today is our lesson 3 of Baduanjin, the 8 pieces of brocade, or 8 treasures for the mind and body. I would like to take one moment to talk about energy. Quite often when we think about energy, we think either we have energy or we don't. And this is in our traditional Chinese medicine. It's not necessarily so. Let's just take a moment to ponder, where's the energy coming from? Okay, quite often we think, oh, I'm so tired, I feel like I have no energy. And it's quite often we take the view that you either have energy or you don't. Let's just take one moment to ponder on that. In traditional Chinese medicine, we have our body, it's such a brilliant piece of intelligence. our body has its own way to regenerate, replenish, and rejuvenate our own energy. It's like a self uh, engine that can start up anytime when we want. It's just no computer. It has the most powerful computer in the world. It won't work as perfect as our body. So we really have got a gold that we carry around with us. And we must look after our body and mind and make sure it works for us for a long term. So in our traditional Chinese energy point of view, we have three energy centers. The energy center at the top of our head, in our cavity in our head, the middle point between your eyebrow has a special point. Sometimes you may heard the term of third eye, or I quite often use the term in your mind's eye, which means we don't have to open our eye and look and try to reconnect with your senses in your mind. This is the space for your intuitive, for your the deep consciousness. So we call it E. E is our mind, our awareness. We process so much information day in, day out, and we have just taken information just now, the how to perhaps lead our life in a more proactive and healthy way, about setting goals, about knowing where the help is signposted around us. So all of these information we take on and process on millions of them day in, day out. So when we practice our energy art, it is time to what we call emptying. Take a moment to empty our mind. The mind processes so much and it needs time to rest and to be calm, to be quiet, entering a frame of mind that in the brain wave is the most healing type of brainwave. I want to just here bring the words for you. We call the energy center Dan Tian, the field of energy, the field. So first, then the field of energy, the upper dantian is the head space behind this middle point in your eyebrow. And we are thinking in your mind's eye, you are looking inside of your mind space. So turning your vision in, okay? So this is our first energy center. When you're sitting up and straight, I would like to invite you, I'm moving back a little bit, and invite you to join me to sit comfortably, feel the 100 gathering, lifting yourself up. Try to drop your shoulders, roll your shoulders back, just on your seated position. And practicing the energy art is so accessible. You can do it standing, you can do it seated. Good. And gently spread your arms away, rotating. Can you see me? And spread your elbows and arms and gently gather in.
Master Li, I'm so
Yes?
sorry to interrupt. I think we can still view the presentation.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me just stop sharing for one moment. Just to experience our energy, you can do it seated. I'm demonstrating on a seated basis. So spread your arms. Okay, feel you have long arms and keep growing, keep lengthening, and rotate the palms behind, center of your palm backwards and slowly, as if you opening your heart to the world, to the nature, and gently get in, turning your palms gradually in towards the center of the palm, Lao Gong point, the pericardium meridian, calming the heart. Feel it connecting to the center of your, either the mind center or the spiritual center, the head space. In Chinese term, we call it upper Dantian, the field for our energy center. And just taking a moment. Good. Turning your vision towards the inner inside of our mind. Take inhale and exhale. Our upper Dantian. And remind ourselves our awareness to remind letting go. And feel there's an invisible string connecting the center of your palm, the center of energy to the center of our eyebrows. Inhale, exhale. Our infinite creativity, potential, and to be unlocked by this head space. We all have such an intelligence embedded in ourselves. All we need is to connect with our inner self-awareness. Deep inhale, long, smooth exhale. Last time. Feel the energy is connecting into the center of the eyebrow towards our mind, our awareness. And good. And slowly, you may feel sensations behind your eye socket even. And now we're sliding hands in towards our throat and feel we're scanning our body down. The center of your palm may feel tinklish feeling. That's it. And gradually sliding your hands down to the abdomen, to the navel, overlapping your hands. Take a moment in your profound calmness. Good. That calming sensation feels like water, purified water, and travel and trickle down through our body. Tranquility and clear, and remove any possible negative emotions, worries, anxieties away from our body. Good. One last time. Deep inhale. A long, smooth exhale. Good. Well done. Slowly open your eyes and gently roll your shoulders back. Remember, no tensions, and letting go of the tensions on the shoulders and neck. Quite often we work with unknowingly bring the shoulders up, and gradually by Friday our shoulders tend to be up towards the ears. So regularly take your time, keeping the shoulders open, broad, and down. Release stiffness. Good. That brings me to the second energy center. Now we have cultivated our calmness, which is so important, especially in this difficult and challenging time. We all, to certain degrees, suffer from stress. And here, the first energy center is, is the key to realize and accept we have so many things going on, and to allow our mind to switch off and keep away all distractions, keep that space and time for yourself. Now, this second energy center, I would like to stand up one moment to invite you to join me, because you will need to see, instead of the diagram on the PowerPoint, let me just give you a little bit of standing. Now you can see my torso, okay? So you want to keep your feet at your shoulder width apart and feet parallel forward. So your hips is gently resting on your feet. That's it. Good. And the second energy center, when you're ready. Again, before we do, we always take a moment to, in your mind's eye, recheck your alignment. The 100 gathering is pulling you up, so you feel you're growing tall. And tuck the chin slightly in, and this will lengthen our neck. Our neck is the energy pathways rising up. Good. Lengthen yourself up, and tummy touching the back of your spine. Good. And now we are trying to connect with our second energy center, which is the center of our chest. This is the rib cage, the center of our chest. If you have done first aid course before, the emergency first aid at work, we tend to do the compression. Can you remember Nelly the elephant? Some of you do. This is exactly the same meridian point, our energy heart towards the center. And it is the energy connected closely to our emotions. Our emotion, we experience sometimes intense emotions of anxiety or worry, sorrow, joy, happiness, or shock or fear. Everything that we experience, it connected, hold very close to our chest. And sometimes you feel, when you experience extreme emotions, you feel there's something stuck here sometimes, and you naturally want to put your hands here. And this is why this is our emotion energy center. Good. So in your own time, let's release our emotional energy today. And spread your arms, and that's it. Floating your hands away. Keep growing, keep lengthening, keep opening, and get in. Well done. Turning your palms, the center of your palms, pericardium meridian, and connecting to the center of your chest, your emotional energy center. We have a special name called 膻中 or 痰中. Feel you're hugging a ball. Remember, we imagine we have a yoga ball or energy ball. Sometimes we call it chi ball, like a glow of aura around us. We embrace this wonderful glow of aura and connecting, releasing our emotional energy and recognizing, accepting them are totally normal. We don't criticize our emotions. We only bring our awareness to recognize these emotions are a part of us. Acceptance and feeling at ease to be with them. And in your own time, take deep inhale, long, smooth exhale. Inhale. With each out breath in your mind, in your heart, mantra to yourself, let go. Inhale. And in your mind, exhaling, let go. For my Chinese friends, in your mind, your mantra, as you exhale, 放松. For my English friends or non-Chinese friends, with each exhale in your mind, mantra, letting go. Inhale, let go. Last time, inhale, 放松. In your own time, open your eyes and slowly circle your hands down and return hands to the abdomen. Again, taking a moment in your profound calmness. Deep inhale and exhale. Good. Last time, inhale and exhale. Well done. And I hope you find that lovely, peaceful, calming emotions coming into your heart. When our heart is calm, it helps all our internal organs to be at ease. And when our internal organs are at ease, this is the best healing. It can work all in harmony together for our cleansing system, in energy cleansing, and to improve our immune system to fight any invasion possibly around our body. Good. And I hope you have a sense of what we call it inner peace and inner smile. So it's a faint smile. The practice of Qigong is a appreciation for life, appreciation to ourselves, our mind, our body. So you have to love yourself. You must learn to love yourself, to enjoy your practice. Every day say, I am beautiful, and you are beautiful. Learn to accept ourselves is the first rehabilitation for any condition, if you have a medical condition, because love is an energy. Love is the most powerful energy within our body. Remember at the beginning of our session, I said, let's ponder where's the energy coming from. I think you can find that answer by yourself in our practice. And now I would like to invite you to join me for our third and also very important energy center. Good. The third energy center is what we always return to, is our abdomen. In our abdomen, we have a very special center. We connect it with the prenatal, our parents, our mother within the pregnancy. They give us nutrients when we're just a fetus. And when we grow, throughout the growth, we embrace our motherly love, and this all restored in our abdomen. Our abdomen continue to give our energy through our life, and even the food nutrients through the digestive system, and they've been observed by intestines around this region and to supply to our blood vessels and veins. So let's take a moment to appreciate our internal organs in the abdomen and to love our organs in this area and to replenish the energies in this center, energy center. Middle dantian, and now we come to the lower dantian. Good. Now when you're ready, gentle smile. Remember, our organs are at ease, and that gentle sense of joy rise up to a faint smile. In your own time, we're spreading our arms, palms turning back, and gently gather in, palms facing in, and feeling the center of your palm, Lao Gong point, pericardium meridian. Now it's connecting to our lower or just below the navel. And in your mind's eye, feeling this, we're hugging this energy ball. Our pericardium meridian is connecting to the lower field of energy. Again, recognizing sometimes we may have different sensations of feeling. Feelings are all good. We recognize them, we are aware of them, and we are accepting the feelings to be part of us. It is perfectly normal and natural. No passing judgment to any feelings. Inhale. Exhale, long and smooth. And again. Deep inhale. Long, smooth exhale. Letting go. Inhale. And letting go. Mantra in your mind. Last time. Inhale. Mantra in your mind. Fang Song. Well done. In your own time, we gently gather in, retracting your hands back to Dantian, the lower Dantian. Good. Overlapping your hands. Again, taking a moment in a profound calmness and tranquility. Deep inhale. Long, smooth exhale. Well done. And just gently giving yourself a gentle massage on this area. Circular, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Well done. And gently sliding your hands down. And don't forget to roll your shoulders back. If you feel you are new to the exercise and a little bit tensions and stiffness can build up while you experience this exercise. Well done. If you have been standing with me, now I would like to invite you just to give your foot a little shake as well. That's it. Just in case you get a little bit stiffness in the lower part of the body. Good. I did prepare more of the PowerPoint slide, but I think maybe we do a recap using that. Well, we have now generated the energy flowing. I hope you enjoy that, by the way. And now let's carry on with it. I'm bringing this chair, this stool, okay, and I'm retracting myself. I will be again doing the both versions of standing version as well as the seated version for my seated friends. Okay, so I will be doing both. Maybe I need to just adjust that one a little more, making sure you can see my feet as well. Okay, I'm not in my usual studio, as you can see, so I'm just readjusting. Maybe my head is cut off. I like my head, sorry. Okay, I think, this is better. I think you can see my hands and my feet now. Good, I have the stool with me. Okay, so let's just now build up the feeling for the energy and remind ourselves how we arrive here. Okay, inviting you to follow me and take a moment to arrive on this naturally straight position. And it's such a light position, you feel the gravity only half of working on ourselves. Our energy pulling ourselves up, crown up, 百会穴上领, and chin slightly tuck in, shoulders always down, resting on your feet. Soften your knees, soften your knees, just touch and gently, as if your feet peeling off from your heels, taking half a step to your left. I'm doing the mirrored image and re-centralize your weight. Good. And remember from past weeks, we initiate the chi by standing like a tree, and spread your arms and get in, hugging. Soften your knees as if you're sitting on a high bar stool. That's it, soften your knees. Good. And this is mirroring, connecting with your abdomen, our prenatal energy center, the lower dantian, center of our palm. Good. We have already initiated the feeling of chi, and in your own time, and quietly count in your mind to 5. Just allow our breathing to be smooth and slow. 3, 2, 1. Sliding your hands down, build up heaven to harmonize. Turn your palms and stretch your palms up. Keep lengthening up, keep lengthening up. You're growing tall, touching the universe, and separate your hands. Soften your knees. We're sitting back down to the high bar stool. And again, your movement is so smooth, like the silk. Rise, stand up tall, crown goes up, and hands lengthen up, and exhale, letting go in your mind. Release not just the physical tensions and stiffness, also any emotional energies. Big inhale and long, smooth exhale from soul. Sitting down. You can do the seated version, my friends. And last time, deep inhale and long, smooth exhale. Out and change. Ready? We do the second version, or second treasure now. Step to the left, take a wider step, horse riding stance, and cross your hands to the front in line with the center of our chest. And sitting down to a low bar stool, draw the bow open to gaze. Look at your fingers, the L shape, and rise. Look the other way. Transfer weight. Step in. Feet together. That's it. So peaceful, so smooth. And step to your right. Cross your hands. Sitting down, draw the bow open to as if you shoot an arrow. Look the other way and step in. We want to do one more to each side. That's it. Remind ourselves. Smooth. The pace of our movement reflects the pace of our breathing. And look the other way. Inhale, exhale. How beautiful postures. And last time, take your time. Wider stance and sitting, drawing the bow open. And look the other way. Smooth and step back. Well done. Return to this hugging, creating a round circular movement. And I want to take one moment for you to recognize this posture and feel your arms form this large chi ball. And this is slightly different to earlier when we hold and hug the ball. So imagine you're sliding the hands down to the bottom of this ball this time. That's it. There's a little cherry tomato space under your armpit is allowing the chi to flow. And feel your arms. It's nice and rounded. Almost like you're the elegant dancer. Okay, good. And in your own time to our new posture today. From your high stool, you stand up and push high the left hand. Left hand, push up. Right palm, push down. Good. And slowly, as you're sitting down, you'll bring the left hand down. Return to this circle of chi, the circle posture, and change. Now your right palm up and Stretch up. Feel the heel of the palm, the center of the palm, push high into the infinite distance. You have long arms, long fingers. Crown, grow tall. The other hands push down towards the ground. And sitting down to the high stool again. And change. One, rise, stand up, feel you growing in your mind's eye. You're a giant person, so tall, and you're connecting with high above. Two, return to the chi circle. Swap over, your right hand, push up. That's it. So in your mind's eye, we are trying to stretch high, stretch low, extend, and slowly easing out and return. Good. How are you getting on? Let's do one more to each side. Rise, inhale. I am going to, you'll stay there. I'm just going to do the seated motion for my friends. Remember, okay, you still sit with torso straight. And two, as you return, your hands exactly the same. Make sure you hold the chi ball. Swap over, turn palms up. Push high, push low. Good. Well done. And sliding your hands down. Make palms in. Return to the chi circle. I hope you have found the rhythm to fit in, synchronize with your breathing. We keep talking about breathing. I hope you have already find it's natural. It's so natural to breathe in, take inhale as you push high and push low. And I hope you have found it so natural to exhale, exhale. Right? And that if you did, it means that you are synchronized. You have listened to your body very well. And exhale, nice and smooth. If you're still able to, on each exhale, I would remind you to mantra in your mind the word let go, letting go in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud, but in your mind, we take a deep inhale. That's it. And expanding the rib cage here. And slowly exhale. And in our mind, to remind to let go. 放松，放松. Well done. Return now. Bring your hands back to the abdomen. Good. So my friends, if you are not able to stand up, you can do the same posture, gain the same benefit on your seated position. Just remember to align the torso, try not collapse to the back of the sofa. Good. Let's just take one moment to roll your shoulders back. Okay, good. And shake your fingers a little and shake your foot a little. Okay, I usually wear something a bit more traditional Chinese practice outfit, but because it's been Chinese New Year and this is the only red, the Chinese New Year color I have in my suitcase. So I just like to point that out. So happy Chinese New Year Day with the Chinese red. for victory, meaning victory, powerful energy, and also good luck. So I now would like to invite you. I know the time is approaching soon to our class. Before I bring you back to a seated position, go through the slides, I would like to invite you to do a couple of cooling. Okay, this is our treasure 3. Why? What function and effect to our section 3, the treasure 3? And did you feel a little bit more of stretch? So here is the function. We have energy channels travel up from our legs upwards and to release. And while we are stretching up here, we do a expansion from the rib cage, the space in our rib cage and the arms. So try, if you like to, feel the expansion from here, okay, the side of the rib cage. The other hand is pushing down and casting a contraction feeling to the other side. Now, this contraction and expansion is very cleverly designed in the movement. Why? Is because we don't want the torso to sway. So normally when we think about expansion and opening, we tend to do this. So feel the more of a physical expansion. So this is the clever internal feeling that I would like you to experience and try to feel it. So your torso, center of your spine, still nice and straight. Okay, so feel that very subtle stretch to, without leaning to the sideways. So feel the expansions from the side. You can say rib cage. I will tell you this is the channels for the spleen meridian, and the other side is a very subtle compression. From here is internally you compress. That's it. So this is the clever design of this movement. Little difficult to feel at the beginning, but in your time, most importantly in your mind, to engage with these two side panels. Okay, so each time when you inhale, stretch. Can you, if I do this, can you see it a little bit more visible? There's a message coming in. I will come to the message box later. So just remind yourself, as you inhale, achieve what we're achieving is the maximum expansion from one side, maximum contraction from the other side. And internally, this expansion and contraction will help to cast a massage effect to the internal organs. The functions for this movement is called 调理脾胃, to regulate and enhance, to improve the function of spleen and stomach, which are located in the diaphragm region. Okay, in 调理脾胃, the spleen and stomach meridian is like your front of your palm and the back of your palm. They form a little loop in terms of the energy in Chinese medicine, and they travel and they connect. So we achieve to rebalance and replenish both the meridian together by a very clever posture like this. In your mind, expand and contract. Deep inhale and soften your knees. Soften your knees and return to this chi balloon. On the exhale, and remember, if you can, to mantra. 放松, let go, release. If you prefer, release. Good. That's all in terms of the experience of this new movement. Now raise the heels with me. Raise the heels, allowing your body to give your body a little shake. the energies in our body pathways is like the network of our central heating. Sometimes the central heating needs a little knock, knock, knock. So we're working with our bodies like a little shake to keep the pathways to be free. Good. Release the heel and giving yourself a little tap, energy tap. Okay, from the back of your palms up towards your shoulder, turning the palms up and tapping your way down. Swap over, tap the other palms. That's it. Your tapping hands, try to use like a cupping shape. That's it, cupping shape. So the center of the palm is slightly curved inwards. Okay, so you don't give yourself too hard and bruised. Okay, so it's a comfortable. Good. And in your own time, tapping along your collarbone. This is a good area for your lung, improve our lung, the gate for our lung meridian. And tapping from the center, our emotional energy center, down to our abdomen, our prenatal energy center, that's our belt and girdle meridian. And then tapping our way down from the back of the kidneys to the back of our legs and to the front of our legs, upwards, because our energy map or route it actually spread into all parts of our body. Okay, good. I would like now invite you to come sit by your computer. I just show you the rest of the slides that I have prepared for you. This is the 3 centers that I have we have covered: the upper, middle, and the lower dantian. And let me just see the next slides very quickly. Oh, here. Oh. This is our movement 3. The name of this movement is called holding one arm aloft. And this is how we start. If you look at the hands, fingers together, hold a chi ball, and the transitional in the middle. Okay, this is where we want to turn the palms up and away. When we push up high and push down low, remember the knees needs to be naturally straight. So here at the beginning, the knees are soft. We're sitting down to a high stool. And when we finish, complete this posture, and we need to remember to stand up tall. Okay, some of the key points here, make sure this one is particular a moment in time is the right palm up. So quick reminder to turn the palm upwards, Lao Gong, the pericardial meridian, here up as much as you can, casting a deep and all the way down to the side of your ribs, the deep stretch. Okay, fingers pointing inwards towards yourself, but try not to bend your fingers backwards. It will make it the energy harsh and painful. Okay, and the right palm, see the arms without locking the elbow, all right, even though you stretch to the maximum, but try not to lock it. And left palm pushing down, the Lao Gong point is connecting to the Mother Earth, and fingers pointing forward, and arms is pushing down by the hips, but not touching the hips. Spine is nice and straight, and expansion to the right hand side, contraction to the left side. Here, the function and the effects of this movement I just highlight here. I said this is the meridians. We are improving the digestive system. In particular, we nourish and replenish the spleen meridian here on the left figure, and the stomach meridian and to the right here. So here is the just giving you an idea. It is internally when our mind is activated and stay with the unit in unison with our breath and movement, the energy will stimulate in this meridian and regulate the circulation of the energy. And of course, we improve the spine stability at the same time. the crown is lifting, tailbone is going down. Okay, the next slide will be beginning with the next week's our practice. I will stop sharing for now and asking or inviting you if you have any questions to I will happy to answer any questions for today's practice. Thank you for being a really good student today and joining me with lots of internal practice.